What's up, everybody? I'm InfernalColonel, and welcome back to another Sega Classics Wednesday. So happy to be here. My apologies for missing the stream on Monday. We were out of town unexpectedly for some of the Christmas holiday festivities, so we couldn't do our usual Realm of the Mad God stream this week, but we're here for Sega Classics Wednesday. It might be a little bit shorter stream than usual, probably go for about an hour and a half to 2 hours or so. Still a lot of things going on this holiday week. But I wanted to at least make sure I streamed a little bit today, plus the fact that I've really been looking forward to playing ToeJam Earl here, which is what we're going to do today on Sega Classics Wednesday. If you're not familiar with this game, it is an early 90s classic. Came out in 1991. It's kind of like a roguelike, open-world survival/exploration game where you play as two aliens, or one of two aliens, that have crash-landed on Earth and need to find all the parts to their spaceship so they can get back home to their planet Funkatron. We finished our Shining Force 2 playthrough last week, so that is now up on YouTube. Feel free to check that out at the link below the stream. The whole playthrough's up there if you want to spend a good 30-40 hours watching that, or you can kind of go to the part of your choosing. It's divided up into, I think, 11 episodes. So yeah, that kind of opens things up for what we're going to do on Sega Classics Wednesdays going forward here. And we've pretty much finished with our Shining Force games, right? We did 1 and 2, which are here. We could do a Shining in the Darkness playthrough at some point, but that game's a little bit less interesting to watch, I feel like, than Shining Force. We do want to do a Phantasy Star playthrough at some point as well. We'll do 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if we'll do them all in a row or if we'll kind of break them up. Those are something we have in store for the future if we can build enough interest in something like that, because those games take a long time. They're quite long RPGs, but they'd be a lot of fun to play as well, and something that I would like to do eventually, but I'm in no rush to get there because look at all these other amazing games that we have to play. I haven't even heard of some of these. Probably won't be playing much Columns or Columns 3, but for the most part, I wouldn't mind checking out almost all these games on stream at some point. So before we get into our Phantasy Star playthrough, and before we even maybe consider trying to figure out how we might be able to play Shining Force 3, or some of the other Shining Force games that are not for Genesis, but came out on other Sega systems, which we would like to do at some point. But before we do that, I figured I might as well take the opportunity to play some of these other games that are more action games, more single playthrough or short playthrough oriented. Might do some Sonic 2, which is always a crowd favorite and a great game that I remember from my childhood. We've got a bunch of Sonic games here that we can play. So yeah, we might check those out. But before we get into any of those games, I figure I'd spend a couple streams on ToeJam Earl. ToeJam Earl came out in 1991. I think I was 9 years old when this game came out. So this is like one of the games I really played as like a little baby, pretty much the equivalent of a baby. Shining Force 1 and 2 came out I think in like 93 and 94, so those are old games, but ToeJam Earl is even more of a true classic from right around the turn of the 90s decade, and I really look forward to playing this. I think it takes about 4 hours to beat the game. I think it's been done in less than 2, but I'm certainly no expert, and it's my first time playing this game in like 20 years, so I probably will not beat it in 2. So I'm thinking it'll take us a couple streams to get through the game. I would like to beat it, but I'm not going to force it on people. But I'm going to do at least 1 or 2 streams of this game, including today. So let's just fire it up before we waste any more time talking. Blow the cartridge a little bit first. I'm gonna let the intro play, just in case anybody who's checking this out has never seen the game before. This will give a little bit of the backstory, and I'm in no rush. Like I said, there's no way we're getting through this in one stream anyway, so I'm gonna take it slow and enjoy it. I'll try to make progress once we actually start the game up and keep things moving. Like I said, it's basically a roguelike game, so you can play on, I think there's one world that's basically like standard, but the fun way to play the game is on randomized worlds where everything's procedurally generated. Kind of an early version of procedural generation / roguelike games. Not too many came before this. Obviously Rogue, the game that the roguelike genre is based on, but not too many others before this one. So here you got Earl, big fat guy, and ToeJam, the 3-legged red starfish. I don't know what he is supposed to be exactly, but These are kind of the cool. This is what cool was in the early 90s. Those polka dot swim trunks, ToeJam with his bling, nice sneakers, the backwards hat. This is about as early 90s as it gets. This is their spaceship. And like I said, I think the storyline is basically that they crash land on Earth, and I think there's 10 pieces to the spaceship, and they basically have to go around collecting all the pieces before they can, you know, take back off and get back to their home planet. This game has some of the best music of all time as Genesis games go. And I don't necessarily mean by quality, but certainly by nostalgia and just being perfect for the era in which the game came out. So you can play as, there is a 2-player mode in this game, but we'll be playing solo today. Might get some 2-player action on at some point, if I can find someone to play with. But for now, we'll be playing 1 player, and you basically get to pick between Earl and ToeJam. I've always been more of an Earl guy. My brother was a ToeJam guy, so I'm going to stick with Earl today. This is how they crash their ship. Look at this cutscene. This is a highly advanced cutscene for 1991 games. Earl's like the best pilot in the world, apparently. So, the mechanics of the game basically, you're basically stranded on a planet, it's Earth, and there's different stages, and to get between the stages or to get to the next stage, you have to find an elevator. And scattered about the stages are all kinds of different enemies that have different traits. There's also all these different presents, and I think I don't even know how many presents there are in the game. There's dozens of different kinds of presents, maybe 20, 30 more even maybe. Some of them can be food that heals you, some of them can be good for you, some of them can be bad for you. There's all kinds of different devices you can get, like everything from like a pogo stick to like rocket boots. And each one can be used in different situations. But the beauty of the game is that you actually don't know what the presents do until you've used them. So once you've used a particular type of present, you know, with a particular set of wrapping paper, you've kind of basically figure out what it does. And then if you get another one of those, you'll know what it does. But until you do, everything's a question mark. And so there's some definite trial and error involved. And there's also an item in the game called a randomizer. That is one of the whatever 30 presents or whatever, and if you get that item, it will randomize all the presents, so you basically have to start from scratch again in terms of figuring out what they are. I'm going to play as Earl. I'm going to play on a random world, and let's just get this started. So this is Earth. Apparently he's in some sort of tropical island. As you can tell, the characters do walk kind of slow. There's obviously different things you can get to make you walk faster. You actually start out with 4 of these bonus high tops, which are basically ways of making yourself run faster. And you can see there a couple of our presents that we picked up are question marks, so we'll have to figure out what those are. I think you can level up in some way in this game. That's why it says Earl is a wiener in the bottom right corner. We can become, I think, a doofus and then all kinds of other things as we level our guy up. As you can see, you can swim in this game. You can see the oxygen bar there under Earl's name going down. So you can't stay in the water infinitely. You can sometimes use the water to avoid enemies and things like that. You also obviously have to cross the water sometimes to get to islands and presents and stuff. I think the 3 stars in the bottom right are our lives, so you do have limited lives in this game. I'm not sure if you can continue or not after you run out of lives. Can't quite remember that. We'll figure it out. Hopefully I won't die too quickly. You also have a health bar. I'm wondering if those stars are actually the health bar and not the lives. Anyway, it's one of the two. And like I said, you can use food to kind of heal yourself up. Objective of every stage, obviously the first stage is super small, and the objective is to both find the elevator, but also before you go on to the higher stages, you need to make sure you're finding any of the parts that are on the level for your rocket ship. So this is the map. As you explore more, the map gets revealed, and you can use this to kind of tell, okay, there's no pieces on our level currently. We still have 10 missing pieces. And that's basically the mechanics of the game. So for here, obviously the second level will get harder. We'll have more enemies and more presents, hopefully. And we'll start using some of these presents as well. I'm going to save those bonus high tops a little bit until we get to some of the larger stages where moving around faster is going to be actually kind of important. By the way, I hope everybody's Christmas holidays, etc. went well. If you got anything planned through the new year, hope you enjoy that as well. I spent some time in Rhode Island over the holidays. I was at a house with 7 dogs, and it was amazing. So there's also different, you can see kind of if I actually like went off the side here, I would fall down to the next level below us. So it's kind of got that like getting over it element of you can fall back down to previous levels. Things can force you off the side as well, that'll make you fall down. And that element you just saw there will be like hidden areas that as you get close enough, those will open up. You can kind of see where we need to go. You can also sometimes fall multiple levels at once, depending on the terrain. So if I fall into another area of space, I'll just keep falling. You can hear that phone somewhere. I think if you answer the phone, you get something. I'm not quite sure what. Oh, you get map reveal. Sweet. Not super helpful, but hey, I'll take it. And here we've encountered our first enemy of the game. He's sleeping right now, I think. Can't tell if there's... Yeah, okay, there is a way to sneak, which is actually kind of important. If you want to get by guys without waking them up, you can sneak. Obviously, you move slower. So I'm actually not going to go that way, I think. Let me see how close we can get, actually. We get pretty close if we're sneaking. Can we actually walk right by him? For science. We actually can walk right by him if we're sneaking. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure when I played this game as a kid, I did not ever sneak. My brain was not advanced enough for that. Oh, he's awake. That's not great. Well, we're about to find out what our health bar is. What's up, friend? Alright, let's lure him over here, and hopefully we can walk around him. I don't think there's a way to actually get him off the side. While we're here, I might as well start opening some presents. Alright, let's open you. Root beer. Alright, so that would have healed us if we needed healing, but we do not. Tomatoes. Okay, tomatoes I think are actually good. We can actually use tomatoes as a weapon, kind of like fireballs from Mario. See what they do against this guy, I'm not quite sure. Oh. There we go. That looks like it just stuns, maybe? We're gonna be doing some figuring out of mechanics as we play this game because it's been a while. I think I can, okay, I can walk across that gap. Alright, so we found the elevator, and that'll show up on our map now, which is great. This highway makes you move faster, so as much as possible you kind of want to stick to the highways as you explore the level. This is, I believe, some kind of food that would heal us. It might be bad, though. Some foods are harmful. Looks like our tomatoes don't last forever as well. Yeah, I can't imagine too many people will be interested in watching this game. I think it only has like 1,000 followers on Twitch, the game itself, which is pretty small, even for an older game. I think this, like, looking at the number of followers for a game is, by the way, a great way to gauge if your stream's gonna pick up any atypical viewers. But I'm playing Sega Classics because I want to. And despite knowing that it's probably not the best way to grow the stream, I'm pretty committed at this point. It's something I think should be on Twitch more. There are a lot of people, well, a fair amount of people at least, that play those like RPGs. I think there's a fair amount of people who play Shining Force, stuff like that. I don't think I've ever seen someone on Twitch play ToeJam Earl. Obviously, I'm sure people have, but what's this one do? Oh, this one random. That's the randomizer, right? I think that's the randomizer. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna play these games. If anybody wants to watch, they are more than welcome. That's why we're only doing Sega Classics one day a week as well. If I ever became like relatively popular, I would be happy to do more than one day of Sega Classics to kind of bring people who've never watched these games into awareness of them. But until then, I think we need to keep other games on other days. Like Realm of the Mad God has been pretty good for the stream on Mondays, even though it's not a super current game. There aren't a ton of people that stream it, and it's a pretty popular game, relatively speaking, like for the number of viewers versus streamers. So I'm gonna keep playing that on Mondays. Friday's our variety day. We've been doing 60 seconds lately, which hasn't been hugely popular, but has been a lot of fun. And I'm gonna do another stream or two of that game, and then also some 60 parsecs for the next few Fridays. But yeah, I still think, you know, if we really want to grow the stream, which I mean, I don't care too much about. I obviously want the stream to grow, but it's not my number one priority. My number one priority is to have fun and play the games that I want to play, and hope for some organic growth through that. But at the same time, I will eventually try to grow the stream through figuring out a game that is popular but not oversaturated. But it also has to be a game that I want to play at the end of the day. So we'll be experimenting with some stuff on Fridays. Mail order. Buy presents. Oh yeah, okay, so you can find money in this game. We have $3 right now. We could buy a present, but we're not gonna buy anything right now. Oh, my pants fell down. Typical Earl. Just gonna make sure there's no hidden map area up here. Right. But yeah, I mean, the beauty of streaming is that you're not in a rush unless it's something you're really trying to make into a career, and that is certainly not what I'm trying to do. So there's a watermelon and some pancakes up there, but we don't really need either one of those, so we're gonna keep moving. I think we probably covered just about the whole area here. As we get higher up, we'll do less exploring because there's gonna be more difficult enemies that are more dangerous to us. And when that happens, you don't really want to be spending any more time than you need. It's also obviously depends if there's a rocket ship part on the level. You kind of have to explore until you find that. Can't afford to miss any of those. So yeah, let's get back to our elevator, which is kind of far southeast. We'll get there. I like the pace of this game. It gets more intense and way more difficult as you go through it. Some of the enemies in this game are absurdly difficult to deal with. In fact, like I don't even think you're meant to be able to deal with some of them. They're just meant to cause you trouble. Alright, so we could have snuck and avoided him, but it's alright. I hate alarms. What's up, man? Welcome back to the stream, dude. How you doing? Hopefully you like the music in this game a little bit better. It's more that early 90s music, but it's not quite as intrusive as Shining Force. It's that fat bandicoot. Yeah, man, this is Earl. Earl is one of Sega's, like, top recognizable icons. But yeah, he's basically just a fat guy in a swimsuit. Alright, let's find the ship piece. This is the first stage we're on that has a ship piece. We'll have to find that first and then look for the elevator. How'd your Christmas go, Alarms? Man, that hula girl is super dangerous. She can, like, charm us. I think we have to go this way, though. Hey, we got a Steam achievement for getting hypnotized by her. Pretty well. Got a lot of nice gifts. Had fun. Nice, man. Mine was pretty good, too. I was up in Rhode Island for a few days. In a house with 7 dogs, which was pretty cool. I love dogs. So that was kind of a fun experience. Very noisy, but fun. Alright, so that's the elevator. We're gonna have to go back there at some point. I don't like the look of that wizard. Let's see if we can find that phone. Oh, that's right there. I forget what the wizard does. I can't remember if he's friendly or not. Alright, where's that ship piece? We're gonna have to start using some of these presents, or we're gonna get to a point where we have to figure out what all of them do. What was the best gift you got, Alarms? This is one problem with the old Genesis games, is the characters move so slowly. There's ways to make them faster in this game, different items, but a game would never come out today with this level of walking speed. People just wouldn't have the patience for it. Alright, there's our that's a hamster and a ball. I thought that was the ship piece. New carpet for your room? Nice, man. Is it super plush? Oh, we went up a level. We are now a doofus instead of a wiener. I knew all along. Super plush. Nice, man. I wish I had carpeting. I live in an apartment with hardwood floors, which are nice looking, but they're not super comfortable. I grew up in a house with like pretty decent carpeting. I miss that. Alright, let's see what we need to do here. It's got to be there to the east somewhere. So the premise of this game, if you've never seen this before, which I assume you have not, is we have crash landed on Earth. We're aliens. And our ship broke apart. There's 10 pieces to it. We gotta find all 10 pieces so we can get off this dirt planet. Ooh, that's $1. I want that $1. This guy's just like relentlessly chasing me. Yeah, we gotta get all 10 pieces, and that's pretty much the whole plot of the game, but most of the game revolves around avoiding the enemies, unlocking all these different presents. So all these question mark presents, we don't really know what they do yet. We're gonna have to start figuring that out pretty soon. Kinda stuck here between these two guys. I'm gonna start opening some presents and see what happens. Another buck. Alright, so that was $1. I know, dude, Earl is amazing. ToeJam is like kinda cool looking. He's like a three-legged red rapper guy, but Earl is just like a doofus and he's awesome. My favorite. Alright, so that's a decoy. Unfortunately, that is a horrible spot to put the decoy. Pretty sure he's just blocking us off. We have to find some other stuff here. I'm just gonna keep using these as we figure out what's in them. Fudge Sunday. Uh-oh. This guy's gonna mess us up. Hopefully he goes for the decoy. There we go. Nice. Alright, the decoy is dead, but he got us out of there. You can fall off. Yeah, in that way, it's kind of like getting over it, or whatever the game's called. The dude in the cauldron. You can fall off and fall to previous levels. Sometimes you actually kind of want to fall off and go to previous levels, because there's certain areas in the map you can't access without falling off from a higher stage. Don't think there's anything here. But yeah, you can fall off, and if you fall into like space on the level below as well, you just keep falling basically. So it kind of sucks. Lose a lot of progress that way. Yeah, getting over it is definitely more difficult than this for sure. I just meant it has that element of like you can fall and lose a lot of progress pretty quickly. This game does get pretty difficult though, honestly. Right now we're dealing with relatively easy creatures, and the map is pretty basic. But as we get to higher stages, it gets a lot more difficult. So we could spend $5 to earn $1. That doesn't seem too good. Where's this rocket piece? It's got to be in that one area we haven't explored yet. Do it? You want me to fall off? Do it now. Alright, let me get this rocket ship piece. Or you want the extra $1 for $5. Alright, we got the amplimator connector fin. Most important piece, obviously. I think that's moldy cheese. I don't think we want that. These food items basically just heal you, but we don't really need healing right now. Spend $5 to get $1. I'm not quite sure where that thing was. Bet it's an Easter egg. Could be an achievement on Steam. It's possible. Can we get back there? No, we'd have to go all the way around. I'm gonna do it just for you. See if we can find that mailbox again. You do walk faster on the road here, so at least help us a little bit. Alright, I think it was up there, right to the northeast. This hula girl is super annoying. She looks harmless, but she's the most dangerous one of them all. If it's not an achievement to do this, it totally should be. Let's see. Alright, give me that buck. No achievement, but we did turn $5 into 1, which is some kind of magic. This game looks funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's kind of, it's meant to be funny, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's kind of like a satire on early 90s, like hipsters, pretty much. Before hipster was like a term. Alright, let's take this elevator, keep going. This game takes a while to finish, so probably won't be able to finish it today since we're only going to stream a couple hours today. I think the game takes about 4 hours to finish, but it can take a lot longer depending on how your map gets generated. It's got like a procedural generation to it, so. What is he even supposed to be? Looks like a combination of Crash and a potato. Well, he's an alien. He's an alien who is meant to live on Earth in America. I'm not going to trust any enemies. I know there's certain enemies that actually can help you, but I forget which ones they are, so I'm going to just steer clear of everybody for now. Alright, is there a rocket ship piece on this level? There is. Alright. So we have to be careful and find that. Is that why he's fat? He was fat before he even got to Earth, so maybe that's why he was coming to Earth, though. Got a lot of good food. Alright, it's gotta be to the east here. Saving these bonus high tops for later levels when we need to move around a little bit more, because they make you walk real fast. Early in the game, it's kind of a good strategy to just use the presence that you have. Alright, so that's super high tops. This is what super high tops do. Give you little roadrunner legs. A bag of money. Oh, that Cupid is super dangerous too. Shark in the water. Don't see the piece yet. Alright, this is kind of dangerous. Let's see if we can get around this guy. There we go. The jukes are real. You can use these to jump really far too, but I don't really want to fall off, so... Whoa, Santa Claus. I want those presents. And that's an evil mailbox. Oh, he hit me. That's the first time we've gotten hit so far. Yeah, I love the sound effects in this game too. They do a lot with a little in these old games. More money. Hamster is a jerk. Alright, I'm gonna guess that the pieces are not up there. Gotta be to the south somewhere. I guess we should check up here. It's a burger. So yeah, that gray bar there is our health bar, but it's also our oxygen bar if we end up going underwater. And I think the 3 stars are how many lives we have. Also, you can level up in this game, so we went from Wiener to Doofus, but I don't know if that actually does anything for you. Or if it's just like a title change. I don't think you get more health or anything. There's the ship piece. Did we already find the elevator too? I think we did. The right megawatt speaker. Can't go anywhere in a ship without megawatt speakers. Alright, so yeah, there's the elevator. Title change is worth, yeah. I wonder what's after Doofus. Oh man, we got stuck between two hula dancers. That's like, if there's another enemy around you, that's pretty much certain death. Oh, those bees. Okay, those bees are the most annoying enemy in the entire game. They basically just chase you forever. Even if you jump in the water, they just like wait for you. How do you feel about the music in this game, Alarms? Is it treating you a little bit better than Shining Force? I feel like it matches the game pretty well. Times better? Alright, nice. Glad to hear it. See if there's a ship piece here. There's no ship piece here. So we just need to find the elevator. Is that Junkrat? Junkenstein? We do want to collect more presents too. Presents are basically like your items or your weapons in this game. Oh man, angry mom with yelling kid. It's a difficult enemy. All the enemies in this game are basically supposed to represent, difficult people on Earth. Hey, we're a Poindexter now. You do get more health. Okay, nice. Not a lot, but a little bit. Let's just keep moving. If we don't have a ship piece on our level, we're just gonna keep moving. I think the world record for this game is like 1 hour and 47 minutes. Something like that. You can play 2-player as well. And I think the Genesis, the Sega emulator on Steam has like some kind of built-in multiplayer. I'm not quite sure how it works, but I'm gonna try to find someone to play with me at some point. Oh, the boogeyman. That guy's a jerk. He's so fast. Oh, the bees. The bees are real. We have to avoid this too. Oh no, there goes. We're gonna go off this level, and we're dead. Probably better to die than fall off the level, honestly. I'm not sure what those 3 stars are, because I figure if we just died there, we should have lost one of those. See, the problem in this game... Okay, that's not great. The mole will shake our presence loose. Problem in this game is most of the enemies are faster than you are. Particularly if you are... Oh man, if you're on this sand. We have to start opening some of these. Rose bushes. I think these are like traps that you can throw. No pieces on this level. I know. Best sound design 1991. So rose bushes you basically plant behind you, I think. And I'll just show you what they look like. Basically kind of hits anything that's trying to hit you from behind. Items don't last forever in this game though, so it'll disappear pretty soon. Wish they made more games like this. Well, they did make sequels to this game. Apparently, I think there's 2 sequels to this game, and apparently they're working on another sequel now. Being made by Human Nature, which I think is that company that's remaking basically a lot of old games. So that should be awesome when that comes out. This is the original though. I think the second one came out for Sega Genesis as well, but it was like they changed up the gameplay. It wasn't quite as fun. And then the third one they kind of returned to the original gameplay, but I don't know, it just didn't really succeed at that point. But I think the world is ready for a remake of this game. If the characters moved a little faster, I think it would be playable. We need some health. Okay, we got a slingshot. Oops. Let's see if I can hit this girl. She's hypnotizing me. I can't shoot her. It takes too long to fire this thing. Is there a ship piece here? No pieces. Alright, got this pizza at least. Alright, let's try to shoot her this time. I really hate this creature. Oh my god, no. Not the bees. And they're okay, we did kill them, so they're not immune to tomatoes. Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's definitely a joke game in that it doesn't take itself seriously, but it's a pretty legitimate game, especially for 25 years ago plus. Bees are not immune to tomatoes. That's just in. Tomatoes are basically the only thing you can fight with in this game. I guess the rose bush too. There's a couple things, but there's not like there's no guns or anything. I think there's no pieces, right? Yeah. All right. Let's just take this. Keep it moving. If you're trying to play this game super efficiently, you probably want to explore like pretty much all the maps because you can get a lot of presents, and at higher levels you need to have a lot of presents and you need to know what they all do. So these things too, these things are randomizers, and they make you forget what all the presents do. You can see the presents we've used already, we know what they do. So like we might as well use this one. You can't use stuff in the elevator, I think. So we could use this if we wanted to randomize what all of our presents do. Like if we had a bunch of crappy presents, we could randomize them, but then we wouldn't know what they do anymore. So it's kind of a trade-off. Alright, we got our buck, we've got a fudge sundae. I'm gonna eat this stuff that we need to heal us. Tomatoes are not a food in this game, they are purely a weapon. On this level. Alright, so we're on stage 8 and we've only found 2 pieces so far. That's why this game takes a while. You can go a whole bunch of levels in a row without having a piece on your level. Let's use some of these presents. It's a random door. I think that just teleports us to a random point of the map. Alright, we got the pogo sticks. The pogo shoes. Oh man, we're about to get messed up by this woman. Oh, she's gonna mess us up. I forgot how tough some of these enemies are. The problem is that they're all faster than you. So once they catch up to you, you're basically screwed. Hail Mary, nice. That was pretty dangerous. It's pretty fun though, there's a lot of ways to use the terrain to your advantage, especially if you have certain items. The rocket boots, I think, are pretty much the best item in the game. as far as I remember. They're definitely the fastest movement item. Whoa. That is definitely Junkrat. Whoa, that's not good. Don't let go of me over the space. He's just taking me wherever he feels like. Oh man, hopefully that's not in space. Nice, right on the edge. Alright, where are we at? Guess we just gotta go south. No pieces on this level. Man, I wouldn't mind if we could find a piece of this ship. But yeah, the game just basically gets harder and harder. More and more enemies, more difficult enemies. Bigger levels. A lot of this environmental stuff like this quicksand or whatever. No moldy bread. Oh gosh. Yeah. Sweet. Let's get out of here. The only place in the whole game that you're safe is in the elevator. You can also jump in the water, but you can't stay in there forever. By the way, I'm definitely throwing you. One second. You've been here for a lot of different games, man. So I think well-deserved VIP status, man. Welcome to the club. All right, is there a piece? No piece on this level. Angry smoking dad with lawnmower? This phone at? We haven't had a new piece to the ship in a while. Keep it moving. Wonder what's after Poindexter. Ship piece here. I wonder if it tells you that every time. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because I think we had one level where there was one and it didn't tell us. But good to know. Alright, so we're full up on presents. We're gonna have to start using stuff. I'm not sure what that was. It literally just made us fall from the same exact spot we were in. Don't know what that did either. Alright, so that boombox I think is like... It's like our friendly version of the hula dancer. I think it'll make enemies dance. Yeah, dude, welcome to the club. Well deserved, well deserved. I appreciate you stopping through here, man. You've been here for a lot of different games. We got I can't remember, I think it's 10 VIP slots, so you certainly deserve one of them. I've only given out 1 or 2 others so far. Yeah, no worries, dude. Appreciate you being here at all. Oh man, hopefully this tornado doesn't drop us right on that shark. Wow, this is a big ocean. Yeah, I certainly am not playing this game for the views. It's definitely not a popular game. Even as far as like Sega classics go, it's probably... I mean, it was pretty popular at the time. Nah, Tornado's totally random. It just kind of takes you wherever it feels like. And it can drop you off the side of the level. It can drop you pretty much anywhere. But yeah, even as Sega Classics go, this isn't a super popular game. I think this guy can identify items for us. Alright, so he full healed us for $1. Alright, that's it. He's just a healer. Good to know. There's some creature in the game too that can identify your items for you, but I forget what he looks like. Thought it would be the wizard, but I guess not. Alright, we have leveled up. We're a peanut now. That was dangerous. Those bees can really easily knock you off the side. Come on, Santa. Alright, so there's the elevator, but we need to find the piece. Keep going east. By the way, dude, these games are all available on Steam for like $1, pretty much every single one of these Sega games. So if you think it's a fun game, all these games are also more fun to play than watch, I'm sure. But if you're interested in it, any of these games that I'm playing, you can get pretty much all of them for $1. Sometimes they have a sale too. I think there's 40 or 50 games in the whole set, and sometimes it's on sale for like 10 or 15 bucks for the whole thing. Whenever Steam's doing their big sales. Crunchy ass French fries. Wow. Hate these bees so much. Alright, where do we need to go? North. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing these Sega games every Wednesday. It does not attract a whole lot of viewers, but I think they need to be on Twitch. They're underrepresented for sure, and I have a good time playing them. We'll focus on growing the channel a little bit more on other days. We did 60 seconds last Friday, which was super fun. I actually thought that stream went really well. Be doing that again on this Friday. And we're gonna keep doing Realm of the Mad God on Mondays for the foreseeable future, because that seems like a good game to play. Anything you can play with viewers is always better. I'm kind of waiting maybe for like a good MMO or a new FPS or something. I play a lot of Overwatch, but I don't really stream it a ton. I might start streaming some of that if we don't have anything else to play on Fridays. But kind of looking for something where we can start a good community, aside from Realm. Realm's fun, but I don't really want to play Realm more than one day a week. Get them free map squares. No peace though. Oh, man, these tornadoes are ruthless. There's a lot of water on this level. It's all full of sharks. Ugh. I have a feeling this one's gonna drop me off the edge. Nice. That was actually pretty good. Alright, so it's possible the piece is up here. I might as well check this. Am I into MMOs? I like MMOs for sure. It's been a while since I've really like invested myself into one, unless you count games like, you know, Destiny or Fallout 76, things like that. I played those games, I like those games, but I don't think they're true MMOs, right? Same thing with Realm. Realm is definitely like qualifies as an MMO, but I don't think it's like what you're thinking about. There's a bunch of MMOs that are going to be coming out over the next year or two though that I will for sure check out, like Crowfall, Pantheon. I'll check those out for sure, and those might turn into something we do on a regular basis. Awesome snowboard, alright. So we can make some good music and snowboard now. The games I tend to play a ton of, whoa, not another tornado, are usually like FPSs. So I played like a ton of Overwatch. Played a ton of COD in the past. Not as much into Battle Royale games. I like Battle Royale games, but I haven't really ever gotten super into any one of them. I played PUBG and Fortnite and things like that, but they just don't really like... I don't know. They're fun games, for sure. They hold my interest to an extent, but I don't know. I prefer, like, a game like Overwatch to me is more, has like more skill, oh shit, has more skill involved personally to me than those games. So that's the kind of FPS that I like. Alright, so those are our lives, those stars. So we're down to 2 lives. Be a little careful here. Am I looking forward to any real good MMO? Yeah, the 2 I just mentioned, Crowfall and Pantheon, are probably the 2 that I'm looking forward to the most. I used to play WoW back in the day. That was fun. I had you know, put a ton of time into WoW, like, a long time ago. I used to play the original EverQuest, like, really back in the day. That was super fun. I love that game. Actually, you can still play EverQuest as well. They even launched, like, new servers and stuff with limited progression, so you only have, like, access to certain content over time. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's get back to this elevator. But yeah, I don't think I ever foresee myself going back to older games for MMOs. It's too hard to catch up to people who are already, like, have all the best stuff. And it's kind of hard to, like, I went back and played WoW the other day, maybe like a month ago, when they were doing a free weekend or something like that. And it was just like I was overwhelmed. To like go back and relearn a game like that, but be starting from so far behind, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, good on anyone who plays WoW still. I think you can probably have a great time with that game, but I think I would prefer to start fresh on a new game. And yeah, Crowfall and Pantheon are the 2, I guess, that I would be looking forward to the most. Pantheon is like it's a new game, but it's very similar to like the original EverQuest in terms of like the like priorities of the devs, what they're trying to make. Some of the mechanics, obviously with like modern graphics and modern functionality and stuff like that. Oh man, we're full. Let's use some of these presents. Let's use these high tops, honestly. Get away from these guys. So I think that's kind of what I want to play, is a game that has some of those old school mechanics, but with like a fresh take on it, and everyone's starting from scratch. Yes, AOC, I have heard of it. That's another one. Another good one. Whoa, oops. So that's what it looks like when you fall off. Fortunately, we didn't fall off into the space. That's your favorite? Cool. Alright, nice. We're right next to the elevator. But yeah, I'm pretty, like with any MMO, it's hard to get in late. You really want to kind of be in on the ground floor, pushing like the, you know, the highest level or the best gear or whatever it might be. That's how you, I think, both have fun with an MMO, but also get like some kind of edge that you can, you know, profit from either in or out of game or whatever it might be. Oh god. No. No. Oh my god. See, like, that's why this game gets difficult. It gets to the point where you just like, once the enemy starts hitting you, you're just dead. But that's okay. Let's use up some of these presents. That's not good. I got the instant death present. Rip. Alright, I got a rubber duck. You can use this to swim faster, basically. And we got the rocket boots. Okay, so these are the rocket boots I was telling you about. These are like the fastest way to move around in the game, but they're super dangerous because that happens all the time. You go right off the side. Oh my god. Tragedy strikes. Alright. This is kind of part of the game though, is you gotta open presents to figure out what they do. I think we're on our last life too. So you gotta be super careful. So every present you you open, I do suck. Those rocket boots are basically like instant death. If you're not in a wide open space, it's hard to get anywhere with them. They don't have a good turning radius, so if you're going in a bad direction, you're pretty much screwed. They're great if you want to go across the an open area pretty fast, but oh my god. See, like there's literally no way to get away from that guy. I think that's the end of the game. I'm not quite sure if there's continues. Nah, that's game over. But yeah, that's pretty much ToeJam Earl. I'm gonna get another game started. We're only streaming until about 7 today, but I'm gonna get one more game started. I'll play as ToeJam this time, just so you can check out the other guy. This is ToeJam. He looks like less of a doofus, but he's a total wiener. But yeah, the last big game that I really... Only his walk is cool? Yeah. The last big game I really got into was Overwatch, like, in terms of new games. Like, a game that I really put time into and got good at. I don't think there's going to be another interesting FPS that'll launch like that anytime soon. There's all these, you know, Battle Royale games. There's always, like, a new Battlefield or Call of Duty or whatever. I enjoy those games, but... probably won't end up putting like a ton of time into any of them. I think it's an MMO that would get me to really invest time if there was a good one. I wonder if ToeJam moves faster than Earl. He seems like he's a little bit faster. That hat animation though. I wonder if there's a certain number of levels that you have to go before you get a new rocket piece, or if it's totally random. Like if you could end up beating the game in like 10 levels if you just got really lucky. Shit piece here. That's gotta be poisonous. There's no way I can eat that thing. Let's use up some of these presents while we're here. Get the boombox, start figuring out what some of this stuff does. Oh, he's reading a book. Definitely gonna make him pass out. The boombox somehow does not wake him up.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Alright, tomatoes. You could try the horde mode of AOC. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm down to try pretty much anything. I'm just hesitant to, like, commit to a game as being, like, my new primary game, you know? But I will definitely try pretty much anything. I mean, that's how I got into Realm at all. It was, like, one of our top viewers, Cosmo Turtle, was really insistent about, like, how good the game was and that it would be a good game to stream, so I checked that out. Apocalypse. It's like a testing ground for the MMO. Cool. I'm gonna try to get around this guy. Yeah, I'll try to check that out. Piece. Forward stabilizing unit. Oh man, that's gotta be the least important piece. hey, we gotta get them all at some point. Where do you think the elevator is? I think it's in the middle there. It's a battle royale right now. I'm gonna hop on once they go to the next phase, which should be horde mode or castle sieges. That sounds amazing. Yeah, Realm's a good game to stream, for sure. It's a great game to play with people. It's kind of got a good pace to it. I don't think I'll play it forever, but it's still holding my interest, and it's probably the game that I get the most viewers for right now. But I'm looking for another game that can become kind of like the primary game on the stream. I wouldn't mind like streaming one game all the time. I'm only doing variety right now because I'm not like particularly attached to any one game. I pretty much play Overwatch on the days that I don't stream. But I buy a lot of games. I check a lot of things out, at least for a little bit. Especially when there's like a good Steam sale going on. I try to pick up a bunch of things on the wish list. Oh god. School girls. My only weakness. Whole bunch of nothing. Is there a ship piece? No pieces. It's money. The thing is, like, I mean, there's a bunch of different, like, whenever you're, like, trying to, you know, succeed as a streamer, you have to offer something, right? It could be a whole bunch of different things. Not everyone has to offer the same thing. But one of the things you can offer, obviously, is being really good at a game, or at least having a lot of knowledge about a game. So that's kind of, you know, why it would be a benefit to stream one game all the time. Because I end up just being bad at all the games that I'm streaming. Or like mediocre at best. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. We'll figure out something and stick to it. But for now, I'm kind of just like, doing it just to get the experience of streaming. Get the channel going a little bit. So it's in a good place when we do decide to commit to something. In the meantime, I'm going to keep playing these 25-year-old games. They at least keep me entertained. But yeah, 60 Seconds was super fun last Friday. I think that might have been one of our best streams in terms of just like how enjoyable the whole thing was. We didn't have a ton of people, but we had a really good time. Look forward to doing that again on Friday. Oh. That just happened. Alright, he does the hula a little bit better. What I'm trying to do today is, I guess, get this to about halfway. If we can get like 5 pieces or so on the ship, then one of the nice things about this emulator that you can get through Steam is you can actually save pretty much any game at any point, like even if the game itself doesn't have a save feature. So I'm gonna try to get this about halfway, and then finish it next week. Hopefully we can get there with like halfway without losing all our lives too. Oh, that was bad. Almost jumped right off the side. There's certain things, like certain items, if you walk to the side, it'll automatically use the item. Like the high tops or those pogo shoes. Alright, I'm gonna use some more items here just to start figuring out what stuff does. Alright, slingshot. Get over here, bees. We got this. The bees are too strong. Nice. Tomatoes actually are probably better than bullets if you're trying to fight off a swarm of bees. Cupid, however, is immune, apparently. Can we hit her? Nice. We literally just murdered a child. They would not allow that in 2018 video games. No pieces. Do you have unlimited tomatoes? I think you have unlimited tomatoes as long as the item lasts. So I think it's a time thing. I think they last maybe 30 seconds. And you can shoot off as many tomatoes as you want during that time. There we go. Bet that's a scary one. Let's see. It's not. Oh man, those bees almost got us. As far as I've seen so far, the only weapons in the game are you can get tomatoes that you can throw, you can get the slingshot with tomatoes, and you can get the rose bush, which like protects your backside. Ship piece. Alright, I'm gonna use some more items. We got rocket boots. Alright, let's put these to good use. Let's just try to explore some of the level. Oh man, this is not going well. Alright, that could have been much worse. I'll go south. I think more likely there's something down here. I'm actually going to use a couple other things though, because we kind of need some food. Alright, so that's a decoy. Decoy is always a really good item to have. And we got the instant death one. That sucks. Oh gosh. Why won't this guy go after my decoy? I probably should just not go this way, but I don't really want to walk all the way up top. Yeah, that instant death item is kind of harsh, I feel like, but it's good that we identified what it is, so now if we get another one, we can just drop it. We should just keep using presents at this point. Fudge Sunday. Poindexter status. Ship piece. Left megawatt speaker. 2 down, 8 to go. do you think the elevator is? Let's check. I guess we should check up here before we go all the way south. Oh no. The dark cloud. I think this thing shocks you every now and then. It's kind of like the instant death one, except it kills you slowly. I don't think it'll actually kill me all the way though. Oh god, it's the boogeyman. Alright, fortunately we got lucky and we got dropped right next to this thing. Does our cloud follow us? Doesn't. Good to know. So I wonder if we get that cloud again, if we can just jump off the side. I do wish that if you fell off the level and you took the elevator, it would just kind of like instantly bring you back. Nah, he pushed me off. Wasn't much we could do there. That boogeyman is so fast, and he doesn't become visible until you're pretty much right next to him. Alright, let's check up here real quick. Nothing up there. Alright, how do we get back to where we were without... Alright, it's that right side path there. Looks like we can go down the middle here. Keep using presents. I want something that'll help me move fast. So yeah, I think this is a good test to see if we get infinite rose bushes. I guess we do. No, no! Apparently the rose bushes do not work on the mole person. Sounds balanced? Yeah, balance was not a thing that had been achieved at this point in video game history. It still hasn't, probably. It's like, you know, it's like it's kind of like lazy writing. There's such a thing as lazy game design. It's like you just make something unbeatable, or not unbeatable, but you make it basically have like a hard counter to whatever the person's trying to do. Nothing wrong with that though. What does this actually do? It doesn't really seem to do much of anything. Alright, we got the item already, right? Yeah. Let me see if I can figure out an item to use that can heal me. Nope, we don't have anything left. Got more rose bushes. Piece on this level. If we get this, we'll have 3. I'm gonna use these spring shoes just to move around a little quicker. Nice, we need that food bad. I'm not quite sure how this Santa Claus works. I think you might have to hit him with something before he takes off to get the presents. Nice. Hyperfunk thruster. That sounds like the most important part. Can't get back to Funkatron if we don't have our Hyperfunk thruster. Oh gosh. That boogeyman is like the scariest thing in the game. I think the bees are the hardest thing, but the boogeyman is definitely more dangerous. Or more frightening, at least. This is gonna be one of those evil mailboxes, isn't it? It's not. Alright, we have 11 bucks. So they'll sell us a rain cloud for $3. I'm gonna save my money. until we know what we're buying. Fudge Sundae. I think Fudge Sundae heals you fully, and it might give you some experience too. New emote idea. Good idea. Definitely have room for more emotes. The only problem is, like, it's pretty unlikely that we'll get like $10 or $25 subs, so I pretty much only have one emote. Right now it's just a rip emote. Open to new ideas though. No pieces. Pretty sure we're safe if we get in the water. Nice. No. Well, we're gonna drown if we don't get out, so. And we died. That is brutal. That is so brutal. I thought it would like start eating our health away, but instant death if you run out of air. I think that's the best sound effect in the game. I love how he's going as far out into space as possible, so it's like, yeah, you got no hope of not falling. That was a series of unfortunate events. Alright, nice. We've gotten pretty lucky though. Every time we've fallen down, we've been pretty close to the elevator. Could be much worse. This is like a blatant rip-off of the Doctor Who thing, isn't it? I guess that's a phone booth and not an elevator. Whoa, what are those chickens doing? Is that chickens with a mortar? Whoa. Ah! That is a group of chickens with a tomato mortar. Because, why not? Man, there are a lot of tornadoes on this level. Jeez. Jesus Christ. Didn't watch Doctor Who? Pretty good show. Definitely not one of my favorites, but worth watching for sure. Basically, the Doctor's ship is like a Harry Potter phone booth, basically. Like, you go inside it and it's all big and flashy technology, but it looks like a phone booth from the outside. I wish there was some kind of item you could use to counter those tornadoes, but I don't think there is. Plus, we don't actually have that many presents. I have to start using some of them, though. This level's getting difficult. Alright, let's go west. There's no pieces on this level, so we just need to find the elevator. Got some rocket skates. Should we dare using them? I think we should. Actually, you know what? Let's hold the rocket skates, because if we ever need to get across a big gap, the rocket skates are sometimes the only thing you can do. Alright, alarms. Sleep tight, man. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you dropping by, as always. Congrats on your VIP. Hope to catch you soon. I'll be playing 60 Seconds on Friday, so got nothing better to do. Stop by. If not, I'll catch you sometime soon. $1.
Money.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday week. Gonna try to get 2 more pieces here. And then we'll probably save it for next time. Could take a while though. Game seems to be wildly inconsistent with how often it gives you a ship piece. No pieces on this level. I think I'm gonna just use the rocket skates here. Do a little scouting. Oh no. So much for that. Oh man. Disaster strikes. I think I'm gonna not use the rocket skates anymore. This pretty much happens every time. I am, however, gonna use one of these high tops because no way I'm walking slow speed all the way back. That's a beautiful jump animation. Is it technically an animation if it's just 1 frame? I think we can still call it an animation. Alright, well the best news is that we do not have any more rocket skates, so hopefully we won't fall off again. So tempted to just use all of our high tops right now. I want that present so bad. I'm gonna regret this. Those bees. Alright, let's see if we can use another present that we haven't figured out yet. Oh, tomato rain. The amount of variety of items in this game is pretty awesome. I wonder if those can hit the enemies too, or just us. Is there a piece on this level? There is no piece on this level. Just gotta find that elevator. Oops. Oh, that's not good. Hey, we got back to peanut status at least. It's kind of a weird interaction with that item. I'm gonna just keep using these. Super high tops, my favorite. I like these because they're probably the fastest way to move that's not totally uncontrollable. Like the rocket skates. I mean, the rocket skates are controllable for sure to some extent. But if you're not used to the movement on them, they're pretty dangerous. The high tops are, on the other hand, you can stop pretty much at any time. Alright, let's get 2 more pieces here, and then we'll call it a day. Ship piece here. Alright. Alright, so this time we got 10 levels and we'll have 4 pieces. I think last time we got 10 levels we only had 2 pieces still. Which is kind of crazy. Yeah, but there's no way I'm going to get all 10 pieces today. Unfortunately, I just don't have time. Nice. Alright. 4th piece. Starting to look like a ship. Well, not really. It's just 2 legs and a speaker, but it's better than nothing. Let's go find this. This elevator. Might as well use up the rest of the presents that we don't know what they do. That was just a flat yum. Is that a free level? Or is that extra life? Extra life, nice. I kind of needed that actually. I thought this would be a randomizer, but maybe it's just a random present and not a randomizer. Let's try that. Rose bushes. Okay, it is just a completely random present. Good to know. Better to learn that sooner rather than later. So that means the randomizer is still out there. It's like going to be one of the presents we haven't used yet. Randomizer is like the worst thing you can get in the game because it resets all your knowledge on what things do. What's after peanut? No, no, no! Oh my gosh. These tornadoes are the worst. I'd rather it drop me in the water with the sharks than take me out over here. You can make it to the land, you can do it. Oh, I think we got super lucky. I think that's like literally the one. Oh, that was like 1 pixel off. No. Alright, we're gonna use some high tops and we're gonna get back to this elevator. And we're gonna go find that next elevator. Or that, we got the ship piece already, I think, right? Look how fast you move on the road, it's pretty crazy actually. We're having better luck with ToeJam than Earl. I don't know if that's just kind of like coincidence. I feel like ToeJam always has an easier time. It's probably just my bias speaking though, since I typically always play Earl. Earl specialist. Thanks. Alright, just want to make sure. Got that piece. We got the piece. We're good. We just need to find this elevator. Whoa. Oh man, I didn't realize the cactus is actually hurt. That's cool. Alright, I'm hoping the elevator's not in that bottom right corner. But it could be. We've got to be a little bit careful on new presents at this point because we've used a bunch of them. And anything we haven't found yet has a pretty good chance of being the randomizer. Which would be pretty bad at this point. Oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention. If we get knocked down another level, I'll just use some high tops and get back here quick. Instead it looks like we're going right to the sharks. Unfortunately, the sharks don't have good AI. Alright, let's check out the top side here. I'm not too worried about presents at this point. I'm just gonna keep it moving, try to get those pieces. Alright, let's be greedy. Let's take the really small shortcut here. Oh, that was close. Get these bucks. We gotta have a lot of money at this point. I don't think we've spent anything so far this game. Check this left side here just in case. Nope. thing so much. It'd be cool if these just like confused you, like if they just changed the directions on your keys, so you had to pick like a direction and go there, but you didn't know which way it was. They're a little OP as they are. They move in a kind of predictable fashion, but they don't. If you're in like a tight space, it's hard to get away from them. What's that thing do? I think we know. That's a decoy. Okay, that's worth grabbing. Full. School book. Do not want that. Okay, let's drop this. Drop the rain cloud. Drop the school book. A bunch of. Oh, we have a bunch of rain clouds. No, no. Those bees. Bees are the worst. Bees. Alright, go to my decoy, please. Do you have anything to heal with? I kind of feel like we need to get this present. Super low on healing. What can we heal with? Nothing, I think. We got rocket skates, super high tops, got a doorway. I'm gonna drop some more of this stuff. Alright, at least we got a couple of decoys. That's really helpful. Is that 3 decoys even? Yeah, wow. That's nice. We're really low on life, though. We're doing pretty good, though. We got 3 lives still. Got four rocket pieces. I don't think there's one on this level, or if there is, we already got it. So gotta keep exploring for one more. We'll get more gold today is to get 5 out of the 10 pieces. Getting all 10 would probably take at least another couple hours. And just can't do a long stream today, unfortunately. All right, where haven't we been? It's pretty much got to be that bottom right corner or the top right. So I guess we'll check out straight south first. There's one little tile here. Yeah, I don't think that's anything. Yeah. So unless it's in an island in the middle of the lake, which I highly doubt, it's gotta be up here. Oh, nice. This guy will heal us for $1. Nice. That's actually huge. I think we have a ton of money. We got $15. That's like $1 million in today's money. Oh gosh. This game is just evil. Total troll game. Alright, so it's gotta be top right, right? I guess it could be mid left. You know what? I'm popping some of these high tops. It looks like you can't use the mailboxes when you have an item active. It's kind of a flaw. Alright, please be an elevator up here. I think we dropped those. So it's not up here, right? Ooh, Santa. Alright, so it's either in the middle there or on the left side, so maybe we can cut through the lake here. Yeah, maybe we can cut through the lake. Oh, it's an evil one anyway. Let's check this out. I think that was about as fast as we could get through to this side of the map, so let's try to get over here, I guess. And then we'll try to get... Sharks and bees, what's your preference? Bees, those bees are just awful. I hate bees so much. Alright, we're gonna need something here. We're gonna need a miracle. What can we use? We could use the decoy. Alright, let's get out. And we'll get out, use the decoy. Alright, so is that... We gotta check this area here. The bees, the bees, I feel like are immune to decoys for some reason. Alright, so it's not here. Could be over here. It's gotta be here, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, that was so close. Get me out of here. Alright. Alright, quick bio break. Be back in 1 sec. And we're back. Just gonna give this mole a sec to clear out. Is there a piece on this level? No pieces. Alright. So what we do here is probably use some high tops and just start getting out of here. We do need this food. Oh no. That sucks. These moles are faster than they look. They're just gonna take all our stuff at this point. That's okay. Not the best, but you know what? At least they don't hurt. They just take your stuff. So find this elevator. We're still in the game. At the end of the day, you don't need any presents. They are super helpful, but you don't need them. So you can afford to lose them. I'm gonna go grab that one though, since we're so low. No rush to get through this immediate part. Get healed up too. Alright, nothing here. I think we lost a decoy there and maybe a couple other things. What do we have left? Rocket shoes, slingshot, boombox, rose bushes, super high tops, and a couple of random things. What's that? I don't know what that was. I'm just gonna start using stuff. Alright, we got a root beer and we got a floaty. It's great if there was some water here, but there is not. But hey, it's a bit of a risk, like I said, to use random items at this point, because that randomizer would be a huge pain in the butt. But hey, we got away with using 2 there, so at this point I'll probably hold off on using anything that's unknown and wait to hopefully get those identified. Because if you can get everything known and you get the randomizer identified, that is a huge leg up for the rest of the game, kind of knowing what every present does. Oh man, the range on these guys. Just trying to see if we can drop anything else. Rose bushes, decoy. We got plenty of rose bushes. That's kind of nice. I'm gonna wait for this to run out so we can try to buy something here. Oh god, of course, of course, of course. How rude. I think the right play there is to not worry about buying stuff from those, honestly. I mean, you gotta spend your bucks eventually. Just gonna check if there's presents here. But that is just obnoxious. Those things are instant death. I thought for sure it had to be a real one since it wasn't doing anything while I was standing right next to it. I guess the game's smart enough to do the same thing no matter what. Alright, here's our 5th ship piece. Let's do our best to get through this without dying. Because it would be really nice if we could have at least 2 lives remaining. Okay, so there's the elevator, that's nice. It'd be nice if we could have 2 lives remaining and half the ship pieces. That would put us in decent shape at least. Just gonna explore as much space as we can while we have these high tops active. Meep meep indeed. Oh man, I gotta get away from this hula dancer. She's gonna be the end of us. No! Alright. It's our 5th ship piece. We got the Righteous Ratmaster capsule. It's starting to actually look like a ship now. We've got an engine, got some speakers. Alright, we can drop this rain cloud. Fudge Sunday. Alright, let's just get right back to our elevator. And then we may just call it a day here. Part of the reason I'm not streaming a ton right now is partly just that it's holiday week. Partly that we don't really have anyone watching right now, which is totally fine. And partly also that my dog hurt his leg the other day. And he's doing pretty good, I think, but he needs a little bit extra attention, so I'm gonna try not to stream for too long here. Try to keep things reasonable so I can go spend some time with him and make sure he's alright. Got our camera coming to the stream probably next week is the plan, and I'll make sure to my dog Louie can say hello to everybody at that time. Hopefully he'll be feeling better by then. Got a vet appointment for him on Friday. He's on some pain meds right now, so he's probably feeling pretty good actually, but definitely want to make sure I give him the attention he deserves. Alright, let's see if there's a ship piece. There is a ship piece on this level, so I think what we'll do is we'll get our sixth ship piece here, since might as well while we're here. We'll stop at the next level that doesn't have a ship piece, basically. This will get us 6 out of the 10, which is pretty awesome. There is a secret island in this game as well that I think you can only access by falling off the map in certain places, and it has like a hot tub that fully heals you. It's got like a lemonade stand. I think there's a couple other things there. I'd love to find that, but I didn't take the time to look it up beforehand. I think that's a bad present if I recall. Oh man, get out of my way, chickens. Oh no, we got debated by the chickens. Alright, let's get out of here. I think that is, yeah, that's everything down there. Alright, so we made it to dude status too. I think that was what was after Peanut, so dude is a whole lot better than a wiener, a Poindexter. I forget what else. There was one other status. I think a doofus maybe. Did I say that already? I think it goes wiener, doofus, Poindexter, Peanut, and then dude. I don't remember. This game's a lot of fun. It's a little slow, in certain points. Just because the characters move so slowly. Because if the characters move fast, this game would literally be over in about like 20 minutes. So I understand why they make them a little bit slow. Alright, let's get this thing. Alright, so we found that. Where's the ship piece though? What do you think? We can try the bottom first here? Alright, let's use the decoy. Damn, I was hoping we could get that out before the mole hit us. That's such luck. Does this go anywhere? Yeah, I guess we might as well check here. Ugh, these chickens are everywhere. I'm gonna avoid the chickens for now. Man, that fat lady is in love with our decoy. Really rubbing up against that thing. No gap. Where are we going? Alright, there's a whole lot of space to explore up here. Beep, boop, bop. Beep, boop, beep, bop. Alright, we got our 6th piece. This ship is really looking good right now. Part of me almost wants to try to finish the game. Let's see if we get another ship piece on the next level. Let's get out of here. Mortar chickens. The worst kind of chickens. Hey, chickens deserve their revenge though, just like everybody else.
Whoa!
Whoa. ToeJam is just killing it right now. My dog's passed out anyway, so let's see how this goes. I'm willing to go to level 15 here. Said we're gonna stream till about 7 anyway, so haven't quite hit that mark. Getting those 6 pieces really did incentivize me a little bit here. We had really bad luck the first time we played today. I think we got 2 pieces in 10 levels or something. Now we've got 6 and 13 basically. So if it's one every 2 levels, that would be 8 more levels potentially to get 4 more pieces. 7 or 8 levels. Could potentially make it through that. Let's see how it goes. Is there any other way? There is not a ship piece here, right? So let's see. I kind of wish we had more shoes, but we don't. You know what? I'm gonna use these spring shoes because at least they're faster. Oh, boogeyman. Yes, boogeyman would have destroyed us without these shoes. Let's check the north side first. More boogeymen. Alright. Good. Alright. Let's hope this has a piece. I wouldn't mind beating the game today. I'm sure it's been super slow today. Really appreciate I Hate Alarms for stopping by. But it's been the only person in chat today. We've had a couple other viewers pop in and out, but haven't been too many. So I was hoping this game would at least have some nostalgic folks for it, but it doesn't look like it so far. But that's fine. I'm not gonna complain. Got a lot of these boom boxes. Those are pretty good, so I can put the doorway down and grab this. Oh, we can't go through there. We got these shoes on. Let's drink this root beer. Grab that. What is that? That's a question mark? It's an unfall. Oh, nice. Okay. Unfall. Alright, so if we do fall off the edge, we can unfall that item. I wonder if you have to use that after you've fallen or while you're falling. That's a pretty far jump. Where'd our door go? guess the dory disappears when you go off screen. Honestly prefer these chickens. I wish the whole map was full of mortar chickens. They're dangerous, but they are not nearly as relentless as some of the enemies you face. But yeah, to finish my thought, I guess if it's been this slow, maybe we don't want to play this game anymore. I'm willing to try anything once. Literally anything, but let's get the slingshot out. Alright, let's see if we can get around this guy. I hate that guy so much. Passion. But yeah, I'm also not gonna just try to torpedo the stream for no reason. Let's see if we can use up some other stuff. What else do we have that's not that great? Use up the inner tube. Fudge Sundae I think is like a full heal. Let's use the rose bushes. We can pick this up too, yeah. Anything else that we can drop here? Question marks, get this. Let's use the spring shoes, that's good. I think this is an unknown right now, right? Oh no, you always want to have like one item that you can use to fight stuff, so like I think we have tomatoes right now and a slingshot, that's cool. Inner tube is kind of crap, honestly. You can move across the water pretty well on that. Maybe we'll keep one of those. We really need to figure out what this does. Money. More money. I can tell if this is actually faster. It feels faster. Does this carrot man identify items? I'm gonna guess that the carrot man identifies items because I haven't found any other guy that could potentially identify items, and he looks like an item identifier to me. Alright, yes, we have $2. What's this do? Extra buck. What's this do? Icarus wings. I forgot about Icarus wings. These things are awesome. They let you fly. Jackpot. Alright. That was certainly money well spent. Alright, we're gonna hit the jackpot. $5. Get the extra bucks out of the way. No need to carry those around. Definitely keep the unfall. I think looks like everything we have right now we kind of want to keep for now. All these boom boxes, those could potentially go. Let's see what these do. I think we know what both of these are already, but I'll double check. Yeah, root beer and fudge sundae. That's good. You want some healing items in the game. You don't want like infinite amount of them, but you definitely want some. ToeJam is officially a dude. Alright, so that's even more items, which means if we get a question mark item at this point, it's almost safe to assume that that's the randomizer. Where's this elevator hiding? I'm guessing it's hiding somewhere by this road. We're gonna just take the road. I wonder if there's a additional likelihood for the road, or for the elevator to be near a road. Oof. This is the first time we've gotten hit by one of those chickens. Alright, not up here. So, it could be up there on the right side, or it could be on the left here by the road. So let's check the road first. Alright, it's not here, I'm pretty sure. Get bent, chickens. I might have to really polish up my 90s slang if I'm going to be playing these Sega games all the time. Must be some kind of hidden area here. Gotta be. Good to know though that the that guy is the item identifier. Alright, we're gonna use the root beer because that's not that great. Just a little heal. What else? What else can we get rid of? Let's get rid of the inner tube. I'm just gonna drop the inner tube. I'm gonna drink this root beer. Oh, I forgot. You know, okay, let's just use it so we don't accidentally pick it up. Alright, we're gonna use the root beer. We're gonna keep, okay, there's the thing. I think that white present was a new one maybe, so hopefully we can get in here. Nice. Run's going pretty good. Alright, if there is a piece on this level, we may be willing to keep going. If there's not a piece on this level, it's not a good sign. No pieces on this level. Alright, let's see. Is there anything we can use to kind of quickly get through this level? Got rocket skates. Rocket skates could easily be an absolute disaster though, so I'm going to stick with the high tops for now. This is a decoy, so let's take that. It's good to use these to the max. Alright, nice. That was pretty good. That doesn't even almost count as a level. That was super fast. But yeah, we're going to need a piece here soon, or gonna start to run out of hope for finishing this in one go. If you have infinite high tops, like, you could pretty much keep going infinitely. No pieces on this level either. Damn you. Damn you all to hell. I wonder if the burping actually does anything. Does it make it so you're less quiet, maybe so you can't sneak as well? It scares the crap out of me every time. There's no jump scare like the boogeyman. Just trying to get that. Get that actually. Get help. Oh god, no! Get away from me, boogeyman. Alright, we'll check the top right there. Anything else we can use here to move fast? Nice, more high tops. We'll just use all the high tops for now. Trying to make this progress happen. No sense in holding on to them, especially when we have rocket skates. If we really end up needing to move fast, we can do that. Alright, there's a whole area up there. Let's see if we can wrap around up here. Hopefully we can get there. Nice, alright, that was pretty good. Oh my god, not the ice cream truck. The ice cream truck is the most dangerous thing in the game, I just remembered. Nice, alright, this helps. Oh my god, so close. The ice cream truck is, I think it's the fastest enemy in the game, and it teleports. Whew. Had just enough high tops there. Alright, ship piece here. Our hope is revived. What do we got? We got rocket skates. Got a bunch of decoys and boom boxes, which is great. I'm gonna use these rose bushes too. Oh, we're still on high tops too. Let's just check out as much of this as we can. High tops are the white ones, I think, so let's just try to remember that. Alright, we're a bro. Moving up in the world. Rather be a bro than a dude. Alright, you got the ship piece. 3 to go. Super funkadelic amplimator. So we just need the fin, the skateboard, and the shield, the front like glass piece on the cockpit. Alright, where do we think that the elevator is? Let's see, can we use anything else? We get the fudge sundae. I'm just going to use that fudge sundae. I hate the bees. At least the bees aren't super fast, so they're annoying as hell if they do catch up to you, but they're a little bit easier to avoid than some of the other enemies. So I take back what I said about the bees being the worst. They're actually not that bad. Alright, let's go up to the left here. Anything else we can do here? We might need a We might need someone for this guy because he's real tough. Let's try the boombox. Alright, nice. You can't move when the boombox is out. So I think we'll save the boomboxes for those guys with the lawnmower and the car, the ice cream truck. Those seem to be the guys that have caused us the most trouble so far. Alright, we found the elevator. It's only guarded by a stupid Cupid. Let's get out of here. I'd say we're pretty good on items, and we have a little bit of everything. I think we still got one more fudge sundae if we need to heal up. We got 3 lives. I think you get a new life every time you get promoted. That might be the case. Or at least every couple of promotions. So we only had 2 lives there for a while. I don't think we got an extra life present. Nice, another piece. Alright. I'm starting to believe. Alright, we got spring shoes. We maybe want to use those. Just to move around a little quicker. Yeah, let's use the spring shoes. We have so many presents, we need to start using stuff anyway. I'm pretty sure these make you move faster. Oh my gosh. Alright, a couple things here. First of all, we gotta get out of here. And we gotta use the fudge sundae, I think. Yeah. And does that say food? Just regular food? Any kind of food? Alright. Shit piece, get out of here. Yeah, since this will leave us with 2 left to go. I don't want that random present. To be perfectly honest. I'm just gonna skip that. We can't really afford a random present at this point. Oh my gosh, doing my best to avoid these things, but yeah. With 2 of them at the same time, it's kind of tough. But good to know that we found the elevator. We may end up getting dropped down in level. That's okay. No, we could get lucky. Could get lucky. Could get lucky. Let me. Oh, so close. We got so close to getting lucky. It's alright. Not too bad. As long as you know where the elevator is, you don't waste too much time doing this. Hopefully we got dropped near the elevators. Oh god. This guy's gonna kill us, isn't he? Wow. Took pity on us. I think these are rocket shoes, aren't they? Alright. We had to do that, unfortunately. How do we get there? Do we need rocket shoes to do this? How did we get there before? I think we jumped across, right? Or did we go up to the top? Where did we... Okay, it looks like you can get across here, maybe. Yeah. As long as these bees don't mess us up, we got this. We got this. Alright, yeah, so since we have 2 to go, I think we'll try to just finish the game today. Hopefully we don't get totally unlucky and have like a million levels between parts. That guy's just relentless. Some of these enemies are just totally relentless. Alright, where's this ship piece at? Alright, so we're gonna start here. Let's just go to the north at this point. I think we still got room for more presents, but we should start using some stuff here. School book we can drop. I think the school book is never good. We're gonna use the food. Alright. Guess we should check this side here. So there's still a ship piece, which is right there. Nice. Got the amplimator connector fin. We just need the cockpit and the landing gear. I guess it's not even the cockpit, it's the windshield. Alright, I think this is a decent item. I think that's rocket skates, maybe. Am I wrong? No, that's rocket. We got a bunch. We got 3 rocket skates. If we get real in a rush to move around fast, we know where to go. Alright, I think this is, yeah, that's nowhere. Let's do your chickens. Chickens are my bane of my existence right now. I know this is not good because they're gonna knock me off, aren't they? That was close. Alright, let's get this phone if I can find it. It's right behind some chickens, of course. Typical phone nonsense. Alright. Elevator, straight west. Let's do it. Alright, I'm starting to believe that we might actually be able to beat this. As long as we don't get swept away by some tornadoes here. I love this game. I'm starting to like remember how to play it too, which is nice. Like that there's certain patterns you can take to overcome certain enemies, and obviously certain items too, right? Like this boombox is insanely good. Probably shouldn't have used that there. What do we have? Do we have another boom? We do have another boombox, and we got a couple of decoys, so I think we're alright. Those are the two items that are like most important if you want to survive a sticky situation. Should we? Yeah, we're gonna risk it, and we're gonna get out of here. At some point, I wouldn't mind like finding a mailbox that's not animated, because we have a ton of money. If we could get some high tops or something, it might speed this up even more. But hey, we're on pace for a pretty good run here. I think the average run was like 3.5 to 4 hours. World record was 140 something. Is there a ship piece? I don't think there is here. No pieces on this level. Alright. Keep those presents coming. Let's see if there's anything we can use that's not crazy important, but makes us move faster. Oh, gotta find something to help us identify that. Just gonna stick on the road as much as possible. Hopefully we'll luck out and find the thing through this. Yay, we did. Oh, we got squished. That's okay though. I'd much rather that than get hit by one of the guys that just never leaves you alone once they find you. Doorway. Okay, doorway is not bad. Doorway is a good way to start a level. Kind of like, actually, probably better to save it until you've explored some of the level and you want to get a quick transport to somewhere else. Look at that background. It's a party. Alright, let's get a piece here. Let's get a piece here. If there's a piece here, I'll be so happy. Nice. What else we got? We got anything to heal with? We do not. So that's something we need to be a little bit careful of. I don't think that's a good item. I think that's the rubber duck. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a decoy here. Alright, this is bad because we don't have any healing items. Oh man, I think it's a fudge sundae right there. But we're gonna have to just leave it since there's 2 boogeymen guarding it. Honestly, we have 3 lives, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we have a lot of rocket boots. I'm so scared to use the rocket boots though, so I don't even know if that's a good thing. Just because, like, honestly, we're gonna... Rocket boots do more harm than good most of the time. Unless there's times when they're really helpful if you need to get across a big gap or something. And then it's best to just kind of run in a circle. Alright, so if there's a hidden area here, there is not. Just keep going left. Hope this area doesn't end here. I don't really want to have to wrap back around if we don't have to. Oh god. Alright, that's actually pretty good. Grab these bacon and eggs. Check this side. Alright, I'm gonna use these tomatoes, honestly. Alright, nice. Good to know that boogeymen have low health, it seems. Only took 2 tomatoes to get them. And we still have the slingshot, which is good. Alright, here's the elevator. We still need to find the ship piece, though, here. I don't know if there's any relation between where the elevator is and where the ship piece is. Like, if they could literally be right next to each other, or if, because we found... Whoa. Man, they killed us. It's okay, though. We've got 2 lives left. Or if, like, the ship piece is definitely far, far away because we just found the elevator here. Interesting that your items persist through death. That's kind of cool. So you don't lose what it is if you die. Alright, nice. I was hoping that would be path. Nice. Alright, we're definitely going to check this road out, because I feel like roads tend to be good areas. Not only do they make you walk faster, but they tend to be relatively centrally located to where the items are. Like the elevator and or the ship piece, so. And the good news is, right, if you're on a road, at least when you do reach a dead end, you have a pretty quick way to get back to where you were going before. I'm gonna check this side out. No sense in going all the way back just to find that it was in this corner. Alright, so yep, we're here. Let's go back. Could go straight north, but I'm gonna just follow the road here. Take the free walk speed. We got full healed at least. That cake was pretty good. Wonder if there's anything above bro when it comes to levels in this game. No. 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 I refuse to accept that this boogeyman is going to be the end of us. Alright, he hit us pretty hard, but we survived. I'm going to hope that there's something down here. Not. Okay, so where else could we go? It's got to be top left there, right? Let's use that doorway. And hope that it gives us something decent. Alright, that's actually not bad. Do we have any way to heal ourselves? I don't think we do. Let's double check. Nope. Nope. Should be plenty of food around here somewhere, though. So I'm gonna unlock these so they don't confuse us later. Ooh, there is a path to the left here. That's a long straight road to nowhere. It's gotta be top right, I guess. I guess it could be in the middle there on the bottom too. I'll check top right first. It's always less depressing though when you know there's a ship piece. Like, you know you're gonna make some progress eventually. I think this is where we started, isn't it? Pretty much. Oh yeah, nice. I think this is a fudge sundae, which is actually. Oh god, no, no! The double boogie. Oh my god, is he gonna kill us again? All right, hold on. We have to use the decoy here. We have to grab this fudge sundae. We gotta get the hell out of here. I should not have come back this way, since we knew there was boogeymen there. Alright, we use that. We gotta check over here. Alright, we only have one life left, so this is actually getting kind of worrisome. Oh, we found the ship piece though. We're one ship piece away. I want to check this this mailbox so bad, but I'm not going to. Alright, what else do we got now? What do we got? What do we got? We got something good? A bunch of rocket shoes. We got some food. We got a root beer. Alright, we can heal ourselves a bit now. We're kind of running low, though, on defensive stuff. Like, we got 2 boom boxes. That's actually not too bad. Alright, we're going to just get to this elevator as soon as we can. It's pretty far away, unfortunately. But I think we can avoid the boogeyman, if I'm not mistaken. That helps. Yeah, we should have a relatively straight shot from here. Alright, so we need 1 ship piece, which means we are 100% finishing this game today as either a loss or a victory. Hopefully it won't be a loss after all this, but it's all good. And honestly, I think actually this is pretty good. I don't know if the world record's actually still 147. That was the fastest time I saw, but that could have been an old number. Because I was just thinking, we actually, I mean, we started this is our second run. We spent about an hour on the first one, so we've only been doing this for an hour. It's hour and 20 minutes-ish, I think. If we get a piece here on the next level or two, we got a chance at, not the world record necessarily, but at a good time, I would say. I'll have to do some research afterwards if see what the actual world record is. Alright, so that guy is a total jerk, so we're probably going to have to use the boombox on him. There is no piece on this level, so... Oh man, do we want to do this? Do we want to use the rocket boots? I think we want to use the rocket boots. I'm gonna just do it. And we're going to be super careful, and we're going to just try to explore as much as we can. And we're not going to worry about anything else other than exploring. Oh no! I literally hit right and it went south for some reason. That's okay though. We did a pretty good amount of exploring there. It's almost worth it as long as you don't fall down more than one level there. It's almost worth it to get that amount of exploring done. That's not great. But yeah, it's worth it to get that amount of exploring done. We explored like, I don't know, what, quarter to a half of the level there. And all we have to do now is walk back to an elevator, as long as we don't get screwed by this tornado. Definitely my least favorite part of the game is these tornadoes. They are really annoying. Oh man, we got the unfall too. I'll have to remember that next time we fall. But actually, I think this was a good time not to use it, and as long as this boogeyman doesn't screw us completely. I hate those guys. This would be a cool, like, battle royale game where everyone, you have like one or two people playing the heroes and everyone else plays like an enemy, and you could just be a boogeyman and just troll people. That'd be pretty fun. It'd be horrible for the people who are playing the heroes, but I think it's something that could happen. Hopefully they have at least some kind of more multiplayer version in the new game that's coming out from, what's it called? Human something gaming. Can't believe they're actually making another game out of this series. It's great. Alright, so we explored a fair amount. I don't want to say that's half the level, but it gives us an idea about kind of where to go. So we're going to go south here first. This is actually a really good level to use the rocket boots on because it's so wide open. There's this huge landmass in the middle. This is exactly the kind of space you want to use those boots in. Oh man, you know what? Actually, I'm actually going to do another rocket boot. Oh, that was awful. That was literally the worst possible thing that could have happened there. Oh my god. Didn't even give me time to turn. Can I unfall? Let's see. Alright. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. We're definitely not busting out any more rocket boots, though. That's literally just a bad idea. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I stand by my point, though, that was a good map to do it on, but I probably should have done it not quite so close to an edge. Alright, let's just hope these tornadoes don't get us. And the boogeymen that are everywhere in this game. Oh my gosh. Alright, so far so good. We gotta remember there's another boogeyman right by the elevator here. Try to take a circuitous approach, maybe. It's right over here? Yeah, nice. Alright, so we stay on the left side, we should be okay. Go around the left. I think he's hanging right. Oh, God, he was on the left side this time. What a jerk. Alright, I'm gonna use a couple of healing items here. I'm worried about these ghost cars. The ice cream drivers, they're really annoying. We do have two boom boxes, which is good. We're having trouble getting past this 22nd level, though. Okay. Alright, let's try to go back towards the road again. And I'm gonna use some of this food. Use the root beer. Ooh, soup. Is that a super hot dog? Does that say? Super high tops, okay. That's actually something I'm gonna use right now. Let's just get out of here. Get away from these guys. Check out the left side here. The road. Just gonna explore as much as I possibly can while we got these. I think that's more high tops, so we're definitely gonna explore that. Ooh, there was something to the south there. But I'm not gonna go there yet. Unless I have to. You wanna be careful around edges with these things on too. Man, those guys are fast. Almost as fast as me in high tops. Oh, man. You can tell the game gets harder. So far, it hasn't been too crazy. But you can just tell, like, oh, man, I kind of want to check out that one area of the middle here that we haven't looked at yet. It's just straight east. I feel like the road is there for a reason. It's gotta be like, can't just be the movement speed. All right, let's use these. Some of these. Let's just use these high tops, honestly. Did we check this? Yeah, we did. Okay, it's not there. There we go. Alright, I think those are high tops, so we definitely need to pick those up. Food, yeah, root beer, I'm gonna use that. High tops are always worth picking up. Alright, so let's hope within the next couple levels here we get a ship piece. We have to be a little careful. We got one. Probably shouldn't have used that root beer there because that was like my only healing item. But let's see. I'm gonna just keep believing until they tell me otherwise. Come on, ship piece. No ship piece, right? No ship piece. Damn. Alright, so where are we gonna go? We're just gonna stay in our high tops and get as much exploring done as we can. Go north first. Oh, there's more high tops. Alright, use those to our advantage. Would have been nice to get the full uses out of those high tops, but it's okay. So I guess what was happening before with the rose bushes is you can't plant them in the sand, which makes sense. You can hurt yourself with them though. Anything else we can use? Spring shoes. Let's just use the high tops at this point. Alright, nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. Let's go north. Oh, there is something there. Yeah, I know there's a boogeyman like right here. That's okay. Worth taking the hits sometimes. This is not a speedrun, but that was kind of speedrunner-esque. Sometimes you need to just take a hit. Makes things easier. Get away from me, mailbox. Get away from me. What are you doing? Oh my god, that mailbox is such a jerk. I've never seen a mailbox follow you that far. Alright, let's see if we can get back. Okay, it's not too bad. Oh, no, no. Get away from me. Alright, could be worse, could be worse. As long as we don't have any catastrophic events like falling 5 levels, I still think we got this. Where should we go? Let's go southeast this time. And we're gonna put our high tops on. We're gonna use our food as well, because we're kind of low on health. Extra life, we're definitely using that. Oh god, not this guy. And we'll use up the high tops, let's go. Alright, hopefully we find it down here. I think we're just looking for the elevator now. Alright, so I believe we're good there. We're just gonna keep going this way. Nice. Good old Junkrat in front of the elevator. And we get our high tops to the next level too, which is great. But yeah, this sadly will be the only time we stream ToeJam Earl, unless it gets requested by any viewers, because this has not been a successful stream from a viewership perspective. Still happy I played